Okay, I got the gas. Come help me pump it.
What you doing?
I asked you to come help me pump my gas.
Why are you recording?
I asked you.
Look, just
it don't matter if
I'm
recording. It don't matter. Come and help me pump this gas.
Why are you being so petty?
Man, see, this is what I'm talking about. Sorry. I ain't about to pump this gas. Come and help me right now. No, get out my car.
I ain't leaving nowhere. Is you finished pumping the gas or not?
No, I'm not. And I'm not going to pump the gas until you get out the car and assist me. Okay, so you just want me to drive you around. You ain't got no car. You ain't got no job.
Finish I'm talking to you.
No, you're not yelling at me.
Why
Who
you being so
yelling
petty?
at me? I'm not being petty.
Bro, I'm not.
The type of men that are around. Man, no. See, y'all see this? Let's get out the car.
I'm about to get comfortable.
Yeah, you gonna get comfortable right on the side of the road. Get out the car and help me pump the gas. Are you serious right now?
Can you just hurry up?
See, you don't pay for insurance. You don't help me pump the gas. You don't pay for the gas. I pay for the gas.
Look, you really pissing me
No,
off.
you pissing me. That's why you ain't got no chivalry. Who raised you?
Chivalry. You really being petty about this.
No, petty
Turn that
is
camera
you
on too, man.
sitting here on your lazy and not getting out to assist your girl. If I'm your girl, why you can't help me?
Can you just hurry up so we can go? We got some.
No, hurry up, get out, and assist me.
Come on, man. I'm not about to play too much. Man.
No, and I'm gonna steady record because people need to know. Yo, you got one more. No, you really about to pick because you already got me.
On, let's go.
You got the woman.
No,
The car.
I'm not getting out the car.
I'm gonna come help you get out.
You ain't about to do nothing.
I'm gonna come help you get out.
You ain't about to do nothing.
Oh, I ain't? Okay. Get out. Get out.
Come on, man.
You don't want to help me pump? No, get out.
Y'all see this?
Y'all see this? Y'all see a land? Y'all see this? It's something so simple that I asked you to do. But everything else you want me to do, you don't never do.
Is you done?
No, I ain't done. I ain't done until I'm done with you. So when we done, I'm going to drop and I'm done with you.
Where's the keys at?
It don't matter where the keys at. It don't matter.
No, I'm not about to be playing with you, man.
You ain't got to play with me. Play with mama. You got the wrong one.
So why you want to talk about my mama?
I don't,
Now, if I turn up on you, then what?
yeah, you been turning up on me. Not you.
Well, get that camera on my face.
Man, no, I'm not giving it.
I really don't even want to go through this.
Well, you ain't got to because you ain't going to be in this car no more.
I'm really just trying to be calm about this. You know what I'm saying? Can you just get in the car so we can leave?
No, I'm not getting in the car.
You know what? I apologize. Let's just get in the car so we can leave.
That's right. We gonna apologize and we ain't gonna be together. Cause this is the type of deal we're on a daily.
Man, you ain't going over there.
Watch me. All your bags gonna be right outside the door.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you guys can hear me. Type 1 so if you can hear me. This mic sometimes acts crazy. So type 1. If I see just 1, we'll go on with the show. Just type 1. I do testing, but it always goes wrong when I go live. So I want to see. Okay. Good. So we can get going. This video was sent to me, and I was like, okay, I'll just do this one as a countdown because, I really didn't want to even delve into it. It was wrong. What up, D? Before we get started, I see Scrutinize is here. James is here. Let me know where you guys are from, if you haven't been here before. So what's up, James? So when I saw that, I said, okay, two things wrong. first things first. Yes, you are supposed to. What up, Tyrone? You are supposed to pump the gas. You are, especially if you're in her car. This is the least you could do. You were in her car. You could pump the gas. But I think it was wrong on so many levels because he didn't even make an effort. He just stayed on his phone. I think that was disrespectful. I think should be a gentleman and then pump the gas. I know we live in a time where, we got these feminists that believe, oh, I can do everything that you can do except for when I don't want you to do it. It's like, okay, I know it can be confusing at times, but you should make a real effort to pump the gas. The second thing that I saw that was wrong was the way that she talked to him. I don't care what you did, you don't have to take that kind of talk. But see, she had him over the barrel because obviously it's her car. So that's why it's important to have your own. Whether you're a woman or a man, it's important to have your own because if he's a man, he put you out and you don't have any money or anything, you're going to have a hard time getting home. But I think he should have his own. But the way she was talking to him, there is no way. I think I posted it was beta male energy. I think the beta male was the way she talked to him. And here's the thing. Why is this important? Because the thing is, even after this is over and they have a talk or whatever, even if he should turn a 180, some of you say 360 is really 180, but even if he should turn around, that respect is already gone. The way she talked to him, the way she addressed him, you automatically know, no, that's a wrap. There's no way you can come back from that. It's just too much. She's already lost respect for you. So you would have to work, not to say it's impossible, but it'll be very hard. It'll be a long time before she actually brings you to that level of respect where you can actually sit there and be comfortable in your masculinity because right there, she just took your balls, put them in the glass and stirred them with some ice and had it with some Remy, some Hennessy or whatever you guys are drinking these days. So, yeah. What up, Alex? What up? What up? So, hope you guys had a great Easter. I had a great Easter. I saw some of your pictures. Some of you were really, really decked out. Some of you, man, went the extra mile. I like what I saw. I love to see fellow brothers, whatever your color, you my brother. I like to see you guys in suits. I like to see you guys dressed up. I like to see your hair done and everything else. I did enjoy seeing some of your pictures. I did see some of the comments that you guys made regarding Easter. I won't get into that tonight, but I saw the ladies. You guys were dressed. You guys were nice. Your face was made. I was like, look at my people. They went all out for Easter. So I was happy to see that. Some of us, we can work on our tie. I might need to do a live on how to tie a tie because your tie was just all crazy. Some of you still tying like you in high school. That's unfortunate, but, it happens. But I was happy to see that. Then this was sent to me. I want you guys to check this out because here we go again.
Wait, what you just say now?
Just say. You said you don't need no man.
I said, smart girls get money. Smart girls don't need no man.
Hey, you don't need me. You don't need.
I want you.
You just be just alright without me.
Hey, independent.
But I need you.
I need you too. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
Independent woman.
Yeah.
Y'all wonder why we call Russell Simmons a simp. I know it hurts some of you for us to say it, but what man in their right mind would sit up and let their women spew independent to you? And I know some of you, I had a talk with Miss Lynn about it, and she was like, oh, I'm not sure if she actually agreed with me initially, but I want to share something with you, and because this needs to be said. A lot of women say this to their man: we want you, but we don't need you. We want you, but we don't need you. How many of you guys actually heard this said to you or said, period? We want you, but we don't need you. I don't think ladies really understand what that does to us. We understand what you're trying to say, but it's kind of like, wow, that independent thing is going to leave you, because I always say independence mean autonomy, and autonomy means you by yourself. You don't need anybody else for anything, and that's fine, but you're not allowed to have autonomy and then be codependent in a relationship. So there's some level. And the man actually, which was simp on his part, he said to her, I need you. And she said, oh, I need you too. No, but I'm an independent woman. I said this last time, and I'm going to keep saying it until they divorce, which will happen, that he's married, she is not. But I'm going to share this with you. See, I do my research. Y'all just think I just be on here. I actually do research. Hopefully you can appreciate that. Listen to this. Number one, there's a few points. Number one, I want you is more about sex and pleasure. I need you goes beyond sex. I want you can denote just sexual satisfaction. But I need you goes beyond that. It goes into a deeper level of relationship standards, right? I want you is in the heat of the moment. I need you is something two people grow into, leading to interdependence. See, it's a deeper level there. So when somebody says, I want you, but I don't need you, it's kind of like, where do we stand here? Right? Because it leads to three. I want you can easily lead to lust. I need you most of the time leads to love and attachment, commitment, loyalty. What's up? What's up, Deontay? So this is why it's so important. What she said was so damaging. Because check this out. I want you can be temporary, short-lived, and easily forgotten. But I need you is a long-term and memorable. See, I want you can go away just like that. But I need you is sustainable. That's the difference. It's another one. Someone who wants you can easily drop you and move on. Someone who needs you fights for you because you are precious to them. This is from the research that I did. This is not my words, but it's great points that were made here. Okay? Listen to this. Someone who wants you can get mad, violent, abusive, possessive, and even insulting when you don't give them your body or what they want. Someone who needs you will respect you when you don't agree and show you that you can depend on them and they mean well. These are deeper. This person broke this thing down in a way that I was thinking, but he actually broke it down. And when I go looking for research, I'm not interested in what the ladies are saying in this. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm just not. We've heard you. I go looking for male platforms, male advocates and stuff like that so you can understand what we are thinking. I'm not going to go to a woman to tell you what men are thinking. Okay, so he broke this thing down. I want you can easily be said because it's for you to serve the pleasure of the person that wants you. I need you is not easily said because it is selfless and an acceptance of someone else's importance and value beyond you. I need you carries weight and responsibility. This is mind-blowing. So now that you are hearing this, it makes what she did there even more troubling. And if you are one to have said this, you need to really, really think about what this does to the psyche of the man you are with. We understand there is a slight difference. We understand that you may think, that dependence may lead to you being in trouble. But let me say this before I move on. If you think that before you go into a relationship, don't date. We don't want that baggage. We are already going to talk about one form of baggage later. But we don't want that baggage. That is baggage. You are coming into a relationship. You already carrying baggage from the other ones that did you wrong. And this person that really seeks to have that intimate relationship with you has to pay the penalty for stuff he didn't even do to you. You are not ready to be in this game. Amen, lights. Someone who wants you can easily want others. Someone who needs you will focus on you because of the unique value you add to their lives. That's what needs. That means you bring something to me that no one else can. You bring me value that no one else can. I can't live without you because you are so important to me. You are the unique person that is for me. For somebody to sit up here and say, I want you, but I don't need you, mean there are other ones that can fit your bill. That's what I would determine it to be. Listen to this. I only got a couple more. Someone who wants you can easily walk away when things get tough. Someone who needs you stays no matter what the storms. Every relationship will come through storms, whether you cause them or not. They will have their ups and downs. A person that wants you will say, hey, I'm gone. You know, this ain't working. I'm no longer happy. You can't make me happy. I'm not happy in this relationship. Somebody who feels like they need you, you are important to them, will say, no, I see the waves coming, but we're going to ride this thing to the end. Okay? Someone who wants you will only remember you when they get horny or bored. Someone who needs you keeps frequent communication and interaction because you are needed. Okay? Here's the last one. Someone who wants you comes to take. Someone who needs you comes to share. These were deep. It was mind-blowing. And when I researched this and I found this, it made what happened here more problematic. And then you top it off with, you put it on social media for other people to see you doing this. That's the biggest issue. We don't need to bring all our personal stuff on social media. Some stuff needs to be kept. That should have been an intimate moment between them. Everything doesn't have to be on social media. And this is why I tell you, eventually this is going to end. Why? Because his football career will end. He won't be in the limelight. She likes attention and validation from other people. Hence why she's posting stuff like this. She's going to get bored and she's no longer going to want him. And she's going to move on to green pastures where she thinks it's going to be green, but it's really going to be turf. I understand that. And you are right, D. She must trust him with her heart. But the problem is, like I said before, it's this level of obstacles that he has to go through because she's been damaged. She says she has to trust him, which means he has to earn his trust. What does that entail? Does that mean I have to do this? I am paying for what somebody else did. And let me tell you, the older you get, these men, especially now, they're not as patient. They're not going to put up with that, and nor should they, because it's unfair for me to bring my baggage to you. So nobody should have to pay for nobody else's baggage. If you're not ready, if you're not healed, don't get into the market. It's just that simple, because you cause more damage to other men that otherwise could be on something else. Unless, of course, y'all just having fun. I'm not going to judge you. Right, that part of it scrutinized. I'm reading your comments, and you guys are very, very good with your comments. Thank you so much. That's what I'm saying. Keep it elsewhere. We're not interested. Listen, fellas, you need to start saying this. We are no longer interested in being your punching bag until you can trust us. We're no longer interested in being your son until you can trust us. We're no longer interested in you putting up 18 walls, some barbed wire, some alligators, some lions, and some stank breath before we can even get into your inner circle. We're no longer doing that. That day is over. Men are starting to wake up and say, wait a minute, we got value here too. We're no longer going to kowtow and be obsequious to you. If you are not ready to be in this market, the dating market, whole, complete, and you're going to have some things in your armor because some things are going to stay with you, but come on now. Don't make me, if the dude before me had 18 other chicks, don't put me through what he did. Don't do that. Well, Courtney, yeah, you might be right about that. I wasn't going to go there today. And there's something else that I've been seeing. Something else I've been seeing since they won the championship. I've been seeing this. There's a whole lot of memes, a whole lot of things going on. I'm kind of under the weather, but I'm still gonna push through this show. When he asks me, when you gonna cook for me? I've been seeing stuff like this all day. Like ladies been posting this saying, where my ring at, where my ring at, where my ring at. And to this, I say this. We don't need to ask that you give us everything before even cooking. That part of that is why this show exists tonight. You need to stop posting that. If you're not a virgin, this is not nothing you need to be posting. If your viscous innards has been entered numerous times, this is not for you. The problem is some of y'all, you pull like you got that kind of leverage and you don't. You posting stupid stuff like this when he asks when you gonna cook for me. But in the same breath, you want to know what I make, my credit score, do I got my own house, my own car, you want me to be with you, not married, and you want me to be loyal to you and not have nobody else, even talking to nobody else. When we make it official, the only official is you with the ring, but you want me to be loyal and only to you, but you post stupid stuff like this, that's offensive. I'm not mad, I don't want you. But I'm saying to the other men, they look at this and say, see, this is what I'm talking about. You saying when he asked me to cook, that's not a, honestly, cooking, I'd rather you cook for me. The weirdest thing to me, and I'm gonna be honest, the weirdest thing to me is when I see women say, oh yeah, he want wifely duties when it come to cooking. But if I can come over in the middle of the night, watch a movie with a stick figure running up the street from a baboon bunny, and then after that, I'm smacking cheeks like, I'm like, what in the world? Where do we go wrong here? So cooking, I need to be married to you, but having sex with you, I could just come over with some chicken, fisk, and biscuit dinners and watch Netflix with you. Make it make sense for me. And you think you winning by doing that. That's the part that blows my mind. I never will get my head around that because you think, oh, I won't cook for him. That's wifely duties. I won't clean for him, which I don't want you to clean for me. It'd be nice to have some help, but nevertheless, I live alone, whatever. But anyway, I ain't that maid. Okay, what you doing? WID. Oh, nothing. Nothing. I'm about to be over there. And next thing you know, I'm sitting over there and we having a good time. And then next thing you know,
Smash.
that's what, and I'm just saying, at what point do we not get confused? I ain't really got to work hard for.
Do you have it?
I don't have to work hard for the guts. But you make me work hard for you to make me a sandwich? I wasn't even going to do this part of the Get Real session. That section is something else, but this freaks me out. Stop posting that stuff. This doesn't help you. It doesn't. Keep watching platforms like this one and the other ones that are much, 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 much greater than mine. Then you will learn. I'm just saying. I saw something that was disturbing. Y'all can go to, listen, men and women, because I'm going to get into men a little bit later too. But men and women, if you go to the Facebook dating, you're going to see a gold mine. I think it's a gold mine. I mean, I know I always say gold is in the comment section, but there's some gold to be left out here in Facebook dating. You see some of these comments, these dating apps and everything, you read some of the comments, you will see some stuff that make you be like, what in the falcon am I doing? Some of us really honestly need to go back to our exes, because now that we out here, you say, man, wait a minute, it wasn't so bad. We just had a couple of things to really work through. Because I've been seeing stuff like this. This woman. Where my preacher's round? I ain't even got my preacher's tag. My preacher's towel. I forgot it. That's okay. I'll make do. I need my preacher's towel. Listen, she says, just to be clear, I have a 7-year-old and currently 8 months pregnant. You're on a dating app. They are my main focus. I'm going to get on that later. I'm going to keep this short and simple. I don't want a relationship with none of you men on here. Y'all can keep the lies and heartbreaks to yourself. I tried finding love twice on this app. One left me pregnant, one moved back to Atlanta, and the other one lied and cheated. I'm just here for convo and laugh, and I'm a good woman to keep going. Too good a woman to keep getting hurt and lied to. Y'all, are y'all seeing this? Why? This is what I was talking about earlier. You are damaged, and you won't seek therapy. You won't seek therapy. You know what? You just gotta hold this L. You won't seek therapy. Now you still on Facebook. You on Facebook dating. Looking, and you literally, you are pregnant right now with a child. Now, if the child is 7 years old, you 25, that means you were pregnant at 16, ma'am. You cannot make this shift up. You can't. But now you saying, all of you men on here, ma'am, your ability to vet is trash. Trash. You can't vet. Just admit you have a piss poor hard time picking men. Because you have already had one on here that has entered the guts of guts, the glories of glories, left you pregnant, and moved back to Atlanta, which was what he was going to do anyway. Why are you having sex with men that you just met online? I can't. You can't make this up, man. You just cannot make this up. But you know the bad part about it is women like this will end up on a talk show or a TV show and share all her business, taking all sorts of men on here. This is one of the reasons why I'm happy this guy is gone. I'm happy his show is gone. Because the only thing he did was exploit people. That's the only thing he did. Am I right? Am I right? It's like, at what point do we not see this? Maury has been making fools out of us for years. You get on here and you say, oh, I'm 100% he's the daddy. I'm 100% he's the daddy. Then you find out he's not. Make this make sense. He's been exploiting you. And women like this get on this show and you say, I know he's the dad. And you find out he's not. Then you want to do the whole running thing. Run, Forrest, run. Don't run. But I'm so glad this show, because he made a fool out of us. He made a fool out of us. You, me, all of us, we were made a fool out of by Maury Povich. Whether we want to admit it or not, he did make a fool out of us because it was mostly us on there acting the fool. And we had all these people on here saying, oh, I know, I'm 1,000% you the baby daddy. Ma'am, if you had sex with more than one man in a month, it's a possibility. It's a possibility that the baby's not his. I just hated more. I mean, it was good for entertainment. As I got older, I was like, I don't like this show. I don't like that it's exploiting women, period, but especially our women. But they love to go and bring the kids on here. And when we like mess, so we will go watch it. But something has been happening on my page, and I think it's time to switch this. I decided not to go to the fire room. I'm not going to roast anybody that much. So it doesn't rise to the level of going to the roast room. But you're about to get it tonight. It's two people in particular. Let me be clear. What up, Jaden? Let me be clear. I'm all up for dialogue. I love debates. I love dialogues. I love hearing you. I love being proven wrong. I like being wrong, actually. I like it when my people actually research and show me the facts, the data, statistics, not your opinions, because that doesn't constitute as evidence. But I like when people dialogue with me. What the falcon you won't do is come up on my page being disrespectful. And I've been having too many of you broads come up on my page thinking you're going to tell me a thing or two. That will never fly on my page. And I've been very nice to you. I haven't been flaming you up like I could. I haven't been going there with you, but you pushing it a little bit too much. Don't ever come on my page thinking that you can talk to me in your kind of way. You may talk to your husband that kind of way, assuming that you even got one, but you won't come to my page with this foolishness. So it's two people in particular got on my page. One of them gonna be featured later on, but the first one is here now because you make it your point to come on my page. The only time you show up is to say some smart aspiration stuff to me on my page. It gets real irritating, especially when I presented myself to be the kind of person to say, hey, I listen to you. If you got facts and data, you can't come to my page when I'm talking about something factual. And a lot of times I'm not even being serious. I'm being funny. And you come to my page because you triggered and now you want to start some shift on my page. And that don't fly well with me. Not if your intention is to be nasty. That stuff don't work for me. It may work for them other men, the weak ones, but it don't work for me. That stuff didn't work in high school. Personal attacks don't work on me. They don't work. I don't care. So you're going to fight a losing battle, but I posted this on my page. It was funny. I posted this Trump Tower thing. A lot of you saw it. You laughed. You had your funny. You know, we had our fun with it. A couple of people got on there. Cam, I'm not really tripping because Cam always, goes at me. That's cool. But the other one, she decided to come on my page with this crap. And we went kind of back and forth. She said, well, Biden is a racist. I wasn't talking about Biden. I posted the Trump Tower. And here you are bringing up Biden. Why is that? We know Biden's old. That's my biggest thing with him. He's old. He has a crazy past. But what politician doesn't? Then I simply said, like I always say, what's your evidence? Here she come with her flip mouth saying, oh, here's something from the web you probably won't read and won't even try to debunk anything mentioned. Those of you who know me, you already knew I was going to research this. I like to research. I like reading. I'm not that person. I'm actually somebody that likes to read. I have 2 masters. I had to read. So when I looked at this, I said, okay, let me look at this, what she's talking about. Because I looked at it, actually, I clicked on the link before I even read her comment. So when I came back and I saw her comment, I was like, oh, this what we doing on my page? So here, I went to the page, and it says some things about Biden. Now, we know Biden has a past. That's why I didn't vote for him in the primary. I didn't vote for Biden. I voted for Cory Booker. I felt that he was a better, fit. I knew he wouldn't win because he's too nice. He wasn't willing to play. Whoever goes against Trump, you gonna have to get down and dirty with him. That's how he plays. You got to beat him at his game. But I'm not talking about that. But here's the thing. She brought up how Biden had supported this KKK member. Well, I did my research. Turns out Biden did support this dude. And this guy in the 1940s, his name is Burt. I forgot his first name, but he was a senator. He died, and Biden, did his eulogy or whatever, spoke at his funeral. But in the 40s, he organized the Ku Klux Klan. But years later, as they do when they get close to death, he had a change of heart and became a strong supporter of civil rights. Why is it that this article never pointed this out? They never do. That's why I can't really trust these politicians. They tell you half truths. They don't tell you the whole story. They don't even give you context. And I knew I was going to find some bullshit in what was posted. And this is one thing that was in that article that I debunked. Here's something else. She said, Biden said when he said, you ain't black if you vote for Trump, right? I've said that and I'm black. Because the stuff that I know that Trump has done over the years, it makes me scratch my head how a black man, an otherwise smart black man, can support him. Not necessarily his policies or what they were trying to do under his administration. I mean support him, period. We'll defend him tooth and nail. That's what I'm saying. Policy, you may like his policy. I'm not tripping. But they literally defend him. There's no way. Listen, I didn't wear Obama hats. I voted for him. I didn't wear Biden hats. I voted for him. I didn't even wear nothing. I'm not that attached to these people. I only want them to do on our behalf. And I'm telling you, I'm not one to just walk in and just vote for anybody. Democrat, Republican, Independent, Green Tea, whatever you are. I don't just do that. That's not the kind of person I am. I research everybody that I vote for. I do the best I can. Let me say that. But to say you ain't black, did you voted for Trump? That's not necessarily too far from the truth. This man has had more litigation Yeah, he had a lot of litigation concerning racial issues. And y'all remember what he did to the Central Park Five. And the most important thing that I have with him, he never apologizes even when he's wrong. He shouldn't, now I agree, Cam, he should not have said it. I'm not defending that he said it, but I will say this. I agree with him. If you're a black man and you voting for 45, that's one thing. But to support him, to defend him, to go to bat for him as a person, I'm looking at you real side-eye, bro. Real side-eye. I mean, my head is turned all the way around and my eyes in the back of my shag. I'm looking at you. Here's another thing that was said. Now, I'm going to move on. When he said something about Biden being the smart, articulate black man, which was stupid, it was wrong. But even Obama even said, I didn't take it seriously. I didn't. I didn't look at it as to be racist. This is the person who was said about. I still think it was jacked up, and I still think he got some issues. I didn't vote for him. It was some more things with that I could go on and on, but the article that was posted, y'all ready? This is the creme de la creme. This is the part that's going to knock you out the box that made me look at her and be like, ma'am, really? This person that wrote that opinion piece that she sent to me, if you know who this guy is, his name is Scott Walker. He was the former governor of Wisconsin, one of the most racist governors that Wisconsin ever had. This is the person who opinion piece you decided to present as evidence? This guy was such a horrible racist governor in Wisconsin that they said Wisconsin was ranked #1 as the most dangerous place for black people to live in this country under his administration. And this is the person you decided to present to me as evidence. You cannot... If you are going to tell me to research, ma'am, do your own doggone research and not present to me an article, an opinion piece written by somebody who's arguably one of the most racist people in modern politics. You can't make this up. Don't come to my page with this bullshit. If you're not ready to get down and dirty, I kind of respect Cam. He'll at least look up something. But this was unbelievably stupid. But not as dumb as this.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Don't come to my page with this. I respect you, Cam. I really do. I scratch my head, pause, that you are a Trump supporter, but I respect you. Because you will at least give me some data, you give me some statistics, you give me some articles, you will do something, you don't leave me hanging. We don't agree, but I was a prophet. I said he get, whatever. But still, I respect you. I do. We have our fun, and everybody looking to say we going at each other. I respect the mess out of you, for real. But check this out. I don't respect people who do stupid stuff like this.
Yeah, you a bitch. Yeah, you a bitch.
If you are going to, if you go be flicking somebody off, you need somebody in the passenger seat to tell you, bro, watch where you going. You flicking her off and you literally run into the back of another car. Now, my car, thank you, God, for my car, it will automatically stop on its own. It doesn't need me to do that. But if you don't have a car like that, that was stupid. But here's another thing. Y'all know we've been having some issues with our weather because, I won't go into my earth science class that I took at Penn State University, but it's some things going on with our climate that's making things happen. We're having tornadoes. They're more severe. They're more frequent, right? That's part of global warming. That's going to happen. But check this out. Y'all, this person got to be by far the dumbest person in the world.
It's crazy.
I was listening to it the whole way up here. I mean, we are literally like in the...
Yeah.
Oh, man, let me be by the window.
Oh, I'm getting this. Whoa. Oh my God.
Let me see how smart my followers are. When there's a tornado and you hear the sirens going off and they say there's a tornado, it has touched ground, what are you supposed to do? Type it in the comment section. What are you supposed to do in that moment? Aren't you supposed to, now I'm smart, I would admit, but aren't you supposed to go to the center of a room or the lowest point of a room and seek shelter? Why are you actually taping? Why are you taping a tornado literally coming towards you? Now, you better be glad that it didn't get you. It looked like it was it was not the eye of it. It seemed like it was the outer rings of it. Because if you were right in the eye, you was going up in that twister whip. And you had nobody to blame. And here's the thing. This wasn't the only person. There were a lot of videos when it happened in Arkansas, when it was happening in Missouri and these other places where there were tornadoes. These people were actually taping. They were taping tornadoes. Are we so hungry for that viral moment that we will put our lives in danger? I don't mess with tornadoes. I don't mess with that. I'm sorry, I don't mess with that. When I hear the siren going off, I'm down in the lowest part of my building or whatever, I'm chilling. I'm not gonna mess with that. Some people think they could just sit through it. No, that means get to safety. Tornadoes are nothing to mess with. The only thing worse than tornadoes are those category 4s and 5s hurricanes. But tornadoes, the thing about tornadoes is they're so unpredictable. You don't know what it's going to be until it's actually on the ground. I don't mess with it. I don't mess with these tornadoes. But these people just think that they are invincible. I love social media. It has helped me to meet and network with some of the most wonderful people. It helped me to do the show that you guys enjoy. But I'm never going to risk my life for a viral moment. Because me being in the twister whip and it flipping me all the way around and I'm ended up landing in the tree across the street with my gut splattered everywhere, that's a viral moment, but I won't benefit. It's just stupid. Help your people, God. Preachers Gone Wild. 67, y'all. We getting old. Preachers Gone Wild is getting old. But every week it's something. But I did not want this one to be too long today because we got to get to this roast. I'm not the roast. Jesus, I'm not going to roast this woman. But we got to get to the rest because I'm sure some of you saw that title. He's like, oh, God, what is he going to be talking about today? It's going to be interesting. But I saw this and I wanted to open up with something different today because I saw this post. And it was fun. It said, church ain't been the same since. And even though people were being funny, and those of you want to leave your comments on what you think church ain't been the same since, but the one thing that entered my mind, church ain't been the same since they start turning off the lights. That was one I thought about. Since they stopped preaching about hell, since they stopped doing a whole lot of things, when they stopped sitting people down for stupid stuff like people having babies everywhere. You used to get sat down for that. You don't anymore. They actually have baby showers in the church now. It's a lot of things. But I saw this, I was like, man, it started bringing me down memory lane for me. And I'm showing my age. I'm not going to tell you my age, but I'm showing my age when, they used to have Tarian services back in the day. They don't do that anymore. They used to have testimony service back in the day. We used to wear those junior choir robes back in the day. I mean, it used to be different. The whole church culture used to be different. I don't know where the change happened. I don't. But it is way different now than it once was. I'm not saying it's better, but it is different. It is way, and the crazy part about it, I'm a church baby. I was born in church. I was raised in church, and I saw this thing transform over the years. But I still can't pinpoint where this shift started to happen. Not shifted the way I say it. I mean, a real paradigm shift. I don't know when this thing started to happen. And I can't honestly say it's better. Some people say it's better now. I can't honestly say it's better. From a musician standpoint, it's more creative. It's more, open, I guess you could say, for lack of a better word, but I wouldn't say it's better. I wouldn't say it's better. Sunshine Band. Y'all remember Sunshine Band? Young People Willing Workers, Young Women Christian Council, a lot of stuff like that. I mean, one of my favorite, when I go to AIM, and I do go to AIM, I enjoy going to AIM, but one of the things I do like to go to, I like to go to the Foreign Home and Foreign Mission. I used to like to go to that. I used to love the Home and Foreign Mission, because they services used to consist of older people, but you used to still learn a little bit about how to minister to people who don't look like you, from different cultures, that's what it used to be about. I'm not sure what it's about now. When I go to AIM, I'm going to stop through there and see, if it still exists. But everybody runs to the music department. Everybody's happy for the music department. But I'm wondering what happened to church. And I think we could probably do a live. What happened to church? What happened? Because I look up and this thing that I love so much. I love church. I love church. But this thing that I'm in love with, I don't recognize it these days. I don't recognize it. It's almost like you were married to somebody and you wake up one morning and you notice changes. Not enough for you to leave her or him, but you notice the changes and you wondering, where do I fit in with this evolving that you've done? So I'm looking at the church. I'm looking at church, not the body, church, the church when we come to church. I'm looking and I'm saying, okay, what is this? Not to say it's bad, please, God, I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying, what is it? What is it? Can anybody define what it is? And that's the problem that I'm having, if I can be transparent. I still love church. I still love it. But the thing that I married no longer looks like what I married. And I'm trying hard to fall deeper love with what you are now. And it's kind of hard because, number one, it just shifts. It changes so fast. And now nothing stays even a short amount of time. And everything just shifts so fast. So when I saw this post, I was like, wow, that church ain't been the same since it hasn't been church. It hasn't been the same. I will say this, and then I'm going to move on. We were a little bit more conscious of what was happening in the move of the Spirit. What I mean is, we didn't do some of the things and say some of the things that are allowed to be said in church when I was younger. Some things you just didn't think about doing. I mean, you felt like you were horrible if you thought about sinning while you were in church. I don't think it's necessarily a sanctity or reverence for the church. I don't think it's that it no longer exists. We just do whatever. And everything's is accepted. And so now we have this free will in church where all are welcome, which I don't have a problem with. But the problem with welcoming everybody, now you have to sift through what everybody's doing. And nobody's willing to do that work. Nobody's willing to do that work. And I just think and I know some of you saying it's become a business, and I get that, but I think in some ways it has to be. You have to run some of these things like a business, because if you run it the way, which I will say this, the way you guys did it, the way it was done in the past was horrible business. You couldn't spell business, let alone run it efficiently. So I'm not against church running efficiently like a business. It should be structured. It should be things and protocols in place, because you can't just have chaos under one person who don't know what the Falcon they doing. What's up, Antonio? We had more discipline, right, Ty? We had more discipline. I grew up old Kojic. Yeah, I did, Maurice. I did. I grew up old Kojic. I'm third generation Kojic. Miracle Temple Church and God in Christ. Tiana went there, used to stand in my lap and hit me in the face during church. That's my little cousin. She used to stand in church, beat me in the face, and then kiss me. You beat me to a pulp, Tiana, and then you mwah, pat. But I remember those days in Miracle Temple, Church of God in Christ. And I remember the way we did things there. I'm not in love with the structure of the organization, the way it was ran from a business perspective, now that I'm older and I know better. But as far as what we did, the structure, the discipline, and the way we went about at least trying to present ourselves to be something, you know, now older, I'm not naive. I knew some of y'all was on some bullshit, but at least you had the dignity to keep it under wraps. Now it's just like, I'm going to sin in front of you and you going to deal with it. I'm not sure I love that. I love the church. I think that's one of the main reasons why it was even possible for somebody that went out as far as I did. Do you know that song? What was that song? I was thinking, sin, far from the peaceful shore, all the way away from the shore. That was me. And it was God's love and my love for church that even gave me an inkling to come back this way. I was gone. I was never going to even think about being in this thing called a believer. I was done with y'all. I was done. And devil had definitely had me. I'm not going to even lie, he had me. If one more step, and I probably would have reached that point of no return. That's how far out there I was. But I never stopped loving church. I think that's the thing. You know, a lot of us like to talk about that. You know, the church saved me until I got saved. That is my testimony. My love for church kept me around it. It kept me around church. And then, you know, the miraculous happened. So don't come and tell me, people that say, well, atheists, they can't be saved. Yes, they can. Atheists can absolutely come back to Christ. They can come to Christ. You seeing one that was well on his way there. You see one that was well on his way there. And that's the part that's crazy, because I was with them, because I hung with them, these are the people that I associated with. I became more astute in the Bible too. It wasn't until I came back and I asked God for wisdom and I asked him for knowledge when I read the Bible. But the first few times, I remember the time before this last time when I read the Bible, I read it to dispute you. That was my goal, to dispute you. To rip your faith up, to make you even think that none of this stuff is true. That was my goal. That's why I can play the antagonistic one so well, because that was me. I can challenge you. By the time I'm done with you, you will even question if you even know if the God even exists. By the time I'm done, you will say, I believe it. But this discussion between you and I, the only thing you will be able to do is just walk away and say, you have to do personal attacks. That's how I know you won. That's one of the reasons why I know so many of these fallacies. These people, these atheists, taught me this stuff before I went to school for it. So I thank God that he brought me back. It was his grace that kept me, because I could have died out there. Yeah. But I didn't live a horrible life of sin. I thought I was living pretty good. You know, I was doing well. I wasn't, bad out here. But it was just, yeah, I was out there. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. But another thing's been happening. One of the things that the old church did that I did not like, and it's been demonstrated in this video.
We talking about sin, what he loved, and to hate what he hate. And if he hate homosexuality, ain't no sissy gonna stay on my organs. It's God's organ. Oh, bless his name. God is a holy God, church. Oh, my. Anytime musicians hanging around, waiting on a paycheck, honey, you ain't gonna get no check where I live. Amen. I don't get paid to praise God and to honor God. How come you gonna get paid to play the organ and God gave you that talent? You ain't got no business charging the church. Come on and praise the Lord about it. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Glory to God. And I want to say to every musician, you ought to find yourself fasting and praying more than the church, because it's a ministry. And you need to walk hand in hand with your pastor. And Satan was a great musician, remember. And I tell you, that spirit over musicians, it just happened to be homosexuality. But just because that spirit is there, you resist that devil. You come out of that mess. You can't hang around at all of these musicals and stuff. Oh, glory to God.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know, bro. I used to hate that. Just that see, we talk about it now, but the beat down for musicians, this used to happen all the time. When I was coming up, not necessarily at the church I grew up, but I have seen it. They would make the musicians get off the instrument and tarry at the altar and everything, and you got somebody with the worst breath in the world smelling like old car seats in your mouth. Say Jesus, say Jesus, say Jesus. And I was like, Jesus, man, you know, and I was saying Jesus because your breath smelled so bad that I smelled like fire and brimstone, and the nose hairs came out and leaked and started tearing because they wanted you to stop. And this is what they used to do to us, that browbeating. Here's the crazy thing that makes me laugh so much. The old church used to have the fattest people in the world. How the Hades you gonna be 360 pounds and can't even use your legs and you want to talk about sin? See, the Derek now would have ripped you a new one. You come back and talk to me about sin when you can walk, when you can use your own legs. How you look like you choking on a pancake and you want to try to talk to me about sin? This doesn't work like that. You literally got a burger in your purse and you talking about you can't do my burger was good, but you can't sin. We talk about homosexuals, we talk about fornications, but we won't talk about your fat aspirations. We won't talk about that. The one sin, because you will talk about sin for 45 minutes and go downstairs and eat yourself into a hovel. Where do you do that at? I never really understood that. So as a musician, it used to grind my gears. It used to make me, I like, grrr. Why? You the biggest one in the church. You play organ like a silverback because you can't even, your back so wide, you got to play the organ look like Linus on the Peanuts gang show. What in the world? But you have a nerve to talk about sin. I promise you, don't ever do that to me because when I get here, my audience is going to love for me to roast you. Y'all used to have those Terrier service and then turn around the next morning and eat all the largest breakfast in the world. You walking around with this mountain of food on your plate and you say, hey, you shouldn't be sleeping with her last night. Hey, give me extra burgers. What? Your belly so big that you got to put your tie on and it look like a bow tie because it's sitting up so high. But you want to talk about sin. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. And then you turn around after that. This was sent. I didn't get a chance to cover it last week, but let's do it now.
That is you. If you was my musician, I would fire you. Just flow. Just flow. Yes. It's you.
Stuff like that. If you was my musician, I'd fire you. Then Mother Falcon, come and get your own musician because my service here is done. Honestly, it's like week after week after week we post the musicians get lit up. Now I understand some rebuking we do need. We do. Some of us, we never do right. But you got musicians who have integrity. I move in integrity. I honored wherever I played. I always respected what they wishes were. I didn't buck. Well, when I was out there, I did. But even in my worst years, I still respected them enough not to bring a reproach or bring issues to their church. I respected them. But they are getting out of hand. If you're my musician, I'll fire you. I'd be like, well, I ain't your musician, am I? Where your musician at? That would have been my reply. That would have been my reply. Where your musician at? Because, hey, you know the bad part about it, my petty is on $1 million. I would have taken one of them heavy Bibles that y'all like to use the organ for as this stand to sit your Bibles on. One of them heavy Bibles, I would have put that on the hole on C sharp, E flat, F sharp, A flat, and B flat. Set that mug right there, made a nice little chord, and got up and walked out. That's what would have happened. You'd have heard it clear as day, and you wouldn't. And you know what? Who gonna check me? Because I'm not playing for you. The way you do it, you're supposed to thank you, Bishop. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you, Bishop Hudson. Bishop, what's his name? I keep Bishop Roberts. What's the other one? Man, he can preach really well. Got Christian Bishop play for him. I keep forgetting his name. Brandon Jacobs. All these bishops that travel with their musicians, thank God for you. Because those ones that don't, those usually the ones that be all hard and rough. Pause, but not really. I literally would do that. I'm petty. Look, I would tell you, man, I ain't even got my bass. It's right there. I got to record later. But I would have taken my bass, and those bass players know I'd have turned that mug way up. And those of you who play bass, you know what happens when you do that. It turns into a feedback. So it'll go, it's going to get real loud. And I'd have said that, don't touch my bass. Don't touch it. That's what would have happened. They would have muted it. But if it was an amp, ain't nothing you can do about that either. Don't touch my bass. Let it go. Let the spirit move it. Because you don't disrespect me. You just don't do that. And then another bishop posted this. Now, I like this guy. But he posted something. I just want this real quick for you guys to see this. He said, musicians, stop being cheap whores. If a service starts at 10 a.m., you cannot negotiate to leave at 11 for 11:15 service. Get a real job. Stop. Bishop, being a musician is a real job. And they can negotiate whatever they want. It's up to you to say yes or no. If they decide that they can leave, if they're asking you, if they can leave to go to another service, it's not for you to try to shame them or guilt them into staying and doing the job. Either they can do it or they can't. You, at this point, should say, well, no, that's not what we're about. Our services get out at 12. And if they say, well, I can't do it, then you find somebody who can. It's really that simple. But then he turns around and says, churches, stop being cheap pimps. You can't boast 150 in attendance weekly and not have a budget of at least $400 for your organist. That's fair. For primetime service. Primetime services are services that start between the hours of 10 and 12, sometimes 1. Those are called primetime. Why is primetime? Because most churches have services that start around that window, between 10 and maybe 1 o'clock, depending on where you live. Here in Chicago, it's in between 10 and 12. Those services start. A lot of them start at 10, some of them start at 11, some of them start at 12. That's considered prime time. A lot of musicians, this is when they make a bulk of their earnings for the week. Okay? So that's prime time service. And God is not requiring no musician to give his time to your church. That's true. That's not biblical. He added the witchcraft. Y'all can debate that I want. And hello, no, that does not include rehearsals and Bible class. There needs to be a forum to make a pact on both sides. Here's what I would say about that. Respectfully, there are no more forums that need to be happening. There are no more panels that need to happen. There are no more discussions. There are no more talks, no more live Zooms, nothing. This stuff needs to be happening now. We're tired of the panels. No more panels because no side is going to listen. So let the negotiations happen between the musician and the church. It's just that simple. Either they can do it or they can't. Tell me what you guys think about that. That convo, that's what I'm saying. Nothing's going to change. The convo is over. Thank you, Maurice. That get a job is kind of disrespectful, to be honest. I work a full-time job. 2 of them at the same time during the day, actually. So my full-time job, if I was to stop and just do music, just play music, and then did this full-time, I probably could make more than I could do in any daytime job. Just doing this and playing, doing gigs, recording here and doing videos and building up my YouTube, I can make more. So stop saying it's not a real job when they make more than us. Some of you punch a clock every day, and the musician that play on Sunday make more than you. So don't get it tripped. Don't get it twisted. But I don't think a discussion needs to happen anymore. I just think no more panels. I was in a couple of them. No more. It was me and a host of pastors. It was me and a few other musicians and some singers and a host of pastors had a big panel. Curtis Lindsay put it together. I remember it. It happened at Trinity All Nations Church in Chicago. And after that talk happened, I don't know what changed. Nothing changed for me. What actually changed? For my musician friends that watched, attended, or was part of that, you can leave it in the comment section if you see this. Tell me what changed. So no more discussions are needed. No more packs, no more forums, nothing. Just do the work. Just negotiate. Either you can do it or you can't. Either you can do it or you can't. Either the musician, if you can do it, you can do it. Do not commit to something and then flip the switch. Don't do that. Be honorable in your business. Be honorable. So hopefully that helped you because something weird happened. This woman right here, real quick, can anybody type who this woman is? Can anybody tell me who this is? If you know who this is, put it in the comment section. Then we'll move on. Somebody put in the comment section, lady to the right. I want to see because Baba D, there you go, Baba D. Listen, y'all, I hope you guys are sitting down. Before, y'all like me now, we cool, we having a good time because I'm going to piss you off in about 5 minutes. But in the meantime, nothing can prepare you for this. Nothing. We lay to rest. Tyler. Oh, God. You know, Kevin Samuels used to always say, hey, buy a dog, die alone. He used to say that all the time. People laughed at it. We thought it was funny.
Women who talk like you die alone.
With a dog, though. With a dog, he used to always say that. Buy a dog, die alone. We used to, listen, I got it.
You ain't lying.
I hear. Yeah, I know I ain't lying. Where is that? She had a funeral for a dog. The praise and worship music was going in the back. Can somebody please explain to me how this could be? Can somebody please explain to me how this could happen? Where you literally had a dang on dog funeral. I mean, I understand the dog, but I'm not having a dog. My sister's dog was around for a few years. I mean, I moved to Wisconsin, came back, that dog was still alive. That dog been through the storm and rain with my sister, and when Cookie passed, Cookie Latrice Hearn, my sister gave her a middle name. But when Cookie died, my sister was tore, but she didn't have a funeral. Can you explain? People, I mean, they literally had a funeral for this dog. I mean, that is true. Money talk, bullshit walks. That's true. Mental illness encourages today's society to get some help. I agree. I mean, people been doing funerals for pets, but I've never seen one. I've never seen one. I've never seen a funeral with for a dog. I mean, the dog is just woo. But bro, I wonder how much we should charge to play for an animal funeral. But listen, if I ever got called to play for an animal's funeral, I'm gonna charge at least $400 to play bass. $400, and the $400 is for my service. Is for me driving there to your funeral, and my hospital bill for laughing at you for having this funeral for your dog. I'm going to laugh the whole time. It's going to be a ball. I'm going to laugh. I promise you, I'm going to laugh. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to laugh. It's going to be the funniest thing ever. The funniest thing ever. Well, I promise you, what would Jesus do? I don't know. Do I even got a Jesus? Let's ask him. Jesus, what would you do in this moment? You see his face, right? He be looking down at that dog the same way. He be like, no, get the dog off. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But now, let's go back. When I first started the show, I talked about 2 women that actually came to my page, started some shift on my page. You literally have to watch this, and it's going to tie into what's going to happen in the next 15 minutes. Check this out, y'all.
Hey!
Hi! What's going on?
How are you? Not much. How you doing?
What's your name, boo?
Kiara.
Kiara, who's behind you?
That's my daughter. Get out the camera.
Where you calling
That's
from,
my daughter.
baby?
Huh? Well, North Carolina. Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
What's your name again?
Kiara,
North Carolina. What you do for a living, boo?
I am a personal care assistant. I am a content creator, and I do have a personal basket company where I make custom made baskets. I'm sorry, shush, hush. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so you're a personal care assistant, content creator, and what else?
I'm a personal care assistant, and I'm an upcoming content creator. I have a YouTube channel and a Facebook page.
Okay, how many kids do you have?
I have 3. I'm sorry.
How old are your kids?
My middle child is 10. My baby is crying. I'm sorry about that. She's 3. She just got hurt, so I do apologize.
Stop. Fellas, in the comment section, real fast. How many of y'all would see this as appealing? Not her. We not gonna go with her. I'm not going to attack her personally. I'm talking about the situation here. You see how unruly her children are. You see that she can't even control them. She's literally having a conversation. Her children cannot sit still. How many of y'all found this appealing? That you would say, oh, I'm gonna look beyond that. I'm interested.
And then my oldest is 16.
Okay, everybody say men?
Oh, Lord. Unfortunately, no.
How many men?
I only have 3 kids, so just 3.
She said just 3. Y'all, listen, she said just 3. See, it's going to tie into later. She said just 3. Just 3. Let's go.
About 3 different men.
Okay. So the 3-year-old, why you not with him?
It's complicated.
Are y'all still kind of together?
What? Kind of, sort of.
Then what are you doing on my show?
I don't know, because you know men can be a trip.
I don't know. So are you guys together? So are you not? Are you single? Is he with you?
Why you got me on the show?
So let me ask you a question, Paul. I know you're a content creator, so are you here to get your page popping? Like, are you trying to make a moment? Like, what's your purpose?
No, I honestly, genuinely, I just wanted to come on here and speak to you and say hello to you as well.
That's what my show is about. That's what my show is about. So are you
I know.
Or not? Are you just trying to get your page popping? Be honest. I want to come on your show to get followers because that's what I wanted to do. Is that the case?
No, I don't. I mean, I
Are you
just want.
looking for a man to date? Are you looking for a man to date?
I might be.
Really? What?
I'm sorry. I don't mean you no ill will. I'm not trying to steal your
This is
followers.
the problem that I have. People come on the show for clout. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, you told me you're a content creator. You're just trying to get people to come to your page to watch you and your family. So listen, that's whack to me. Let's start there. That's whack to me. Okay. More power to you on whatever you're doing, but build it naturally. Don't come on a single show and say you might be looking for someone, start an argument. Come on. Come on. Don't play yourself like that. I got better and higher hopes for you in the space of whatever you're trying to do. All right? Don't make a fool of yourself on my show for no reason. I saved my phone charger for that? Child.
Sorry, Kendra. I'm gonna have to. I like when you say child, child. I gotta find a good one with you doing that, because trust me, I don't always agree with everything she says as it relates to men. She could be really, really. She says direct to men. She can kind of go with men, and it seems like the more educated, the more sophisticated, and the more established you are, the harder she goes at you. Sometimes. So yeah, a lot of those men don't call into that show. And I don't think they should. They don't have to. But you get interesting people. I think you should go ahead and check her out. You know, her show is very interesting. I usually go for the comments because they usually gold. But her show is very good. She's built it up. And she, like she said, she somewhat built it the right way. She takes a lot of Kevin Samuels' points when she talks to some of them women. She's starting to learn. I'm seeing that a lot what Kevin Samuels said was actually true. See, when you've been in it, you start to hear, you talk to people. I'm in enough spaces where I see what he was saying. But what happened here was amazing. Y'all saw she said she just wanted to come on here and talk, but she mentioned her show twice. She didn't mention the name, but she is a content creator. I'm not sure how many followers she has, but she goes live quite often about the many topics. So when I posted this, when I saw the caption that Kendra left, she got 3 kids by only 3 men, which is stupid, but she got 3 men, 3 babies. And so I said, and then when I watched it, I said, unbelievable. That's all I said, right? Y'all know me. I just put a caption and just put up something stupid like Lord or something like that. Y'all know me. Y'all follow me. Y'all see what I do. But she literally came on my page when I posted it. This woman came on my page. Out of everybody that shared this video, she decided to come to me. Bam. Somebody should have told you.
I choose violence.
You picked the wrong one. You came to my page.
What?
Yes. She came to my page. Bam.
You can't make this shit up.
Now, she said, first of all, you don't even know me and I'm married. Now, I want you guys to hear this. She said, you don't know me and I'm married. I shouldn't have gone, not went, gone on her quote unquote show at all, but I genuinely like Kendra G and wanted to have a conversation with her. But ma'am, here is the problem. And I said, wait, are you seriously on my page? See, look, wait, you are on my page? I shared it and it was unbelievable. Please, let's leave it at that. But she continued on my page. So here you are, and I told Junior, I told them other people, I got it from here. So here we are. So I hope you sitting down, get your popcorn, because we going. You came on my page, ma'am, talking about you got a husband. That's what she said. She said, I have a husband. I'm married. So I guess there was the simp on the other side that allowed you to clout chase on Kendra G's show. Now, y'all tell me, she came on Kendra G's show talking about she wanted to talk to her. She just wanted to talk to her, right? This is the first thing she said. The second thing she said was that she's married. Y'all catching this, right? She said, I'm married. I just want to have a great conversation with her. But her show is about singles. You knew that when you called. Then she continued on my page. Junior gets on there. She say she might be looking for another man. Am I wrong? You can't make this shift up, and you can't. She said, no, I'm not looking. I have a husband. That's what she said. And he continued like, hello, wait a minute. And I agree. Do you remember your own words from your own lips in this interview? She asked, were you looking for a man? And your response was not that you are married and you are addressing my bro by sharing this video, but didn't address Kendra G for writing the caption. You coming on my page. Kendra G not gonna roast you. I am. You brought yourself on my page, your country Bama aspirations on my page, thinking you can tell me a thing or two. You cannot, ma'am. You got on here where your body been entered and penetrated and dumped 3 times by 3 different dudes. Then you took your aspiration with the other simp who probably is none of their daddies, who married you. You took him on the show. He looking stupid. You looking stupid. Your children in the back looking stupid and unruly and undisciplined. And you decided to, after all of that chaos, to come on my page? She chose me. She chose me. You can't make this up. So you did that after you've been a dump off pincushion. And now you thinking, now that everybody's saying you were there for clout, then you decide to come on here. But it gets better. She went live. I told you she likes to go live. She wanted people to come on her page. Then when she get in her echo chamber, let me say this. My people, the people who watch me, the people who follow me, the people who enjoy my show, don't ever get on my page gaslighting me. If I'm wrong, say, dude, like John Reese did. You may not agree with me. Nah, you off on that one, bro. I'm going to welcome it. I would say, well, where am I off? Where did I fall short? Where do you don't agree with? I'll give my opinions. I'll give you stats when it's needed, but most of the time I'm giving you my opinions, how I feel. But it's based on research, a lot of it, especially when I deal with the Talk Real session. The Keep It Real session is based on research. But we can disagree. But I don't want you guys to be my echo chamber. I don't want you to be my yes man. I like it that some of you take my words and say you can't make this shift up, and sometimes you can't, like this one, but I don't want you to be my yes men or my yes women. I want you to say, dude, no, that's not true. I don't agree with that. Say that. Let's talk. But she went to her echo chamber and did this.
I love y'all, but I'm glad y'all kept it real because that's not in me. I'm not a clout chaser, baby. I shared you publicly. Thank you, Donis. Yes, I was crying, LOL. And she is my oldest child. Oh, she's 26 years old. Oh, I know you was. I know you was balling because that's every mother's dream or father's dream to walk their baby girl down the aisle, you know, and just to see their child get married. Like, oh, my baby get married. Oh, my gosh. And now that I'm talking back to my daddy, I can't wait for him to walk me down the aisle. I can't wait for him to walk me down the aisle.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
I can't wait for him to walk me down the aisle. I love my daddy. Love him.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Where you at, Arnold?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Ma'am, if you are married, that you put numerous times, not that lie, but you said, I'm married. I have a husband. Then why the falcon would your dad need to walk you down the aisle? Make it make sense. That only makes sense if you are doing your renewing vows, but you don't look like you've been married that long. So you proving yourself to be a liar head case because now you on here saying, my dad gonna walk me down the aisle. How many times you gonna get married? You already got 3 kids by 3 different dudes, but you got 3 different marriages? You gonna divorce this dude so you can walk down another man down the aisle? You've already chosen you can jump from one to the next, to the next, to the next. You like Super Mario Brothers. I'm sitting up here listening at you like, bro. You definitely got on here for clout. You wanted to talk first, your first lie. I want to talk to her. Then that got exposed. I'm not on here clout chasing. I have a husband. Then you turn around and say, your dad gonna walk you down the aisle. What reason does he have to walk you down the aisle when you already are freaking married? You think we stupid? You should have stayed off my page. Your country by my aspirations. You should have stayed off my page. Don't ever come to my page with this BS. When I went to your page, and I'm going to bring this up later, because you got a whole lot of tasty stuff. It's almost like you project a lot. Everything's everybody else's fault except for your own. You never want to take accountability. It's like kryptonite to you. You all here looking like Rasputin. Hey, you dirty. You know you shouldn't be on this show looking like that. Your kids yelling loud in the back. Then you're going to say, this the ultimate one. I was pranking my husband. Listen, Miss Lynn, this destroys even your argument. Your husband? No. No. It's shifting too much. It's shifting too much. I can't believe you got on my page with this. Then you got on your live talking with your breasts hanging all the way down. You didn't even think to put a bra on your own live. Come presentable. I ain't saying you got to be all in a suit and jacket like me, but come presentable. At least put a bra on. That mug need to be strapped on. Them mugs was laying down to your knees. You could literally got proposed to, and he could have did a suckling move on you at the same time because your junk was hanging low. Do your breasts hang low? Do they hang down to the floor? Did they rock side to side? Did they go back and forth? I mean, it's like weird looking at you on your own live looking a mess. You just telling one lie after another. So I saw something on her page that actually made a good discussion. It actually made for a good discussion. Because she actually posted this. She said, why do women get belittled for having multiple children by different men?
God, you can't make this shit up.
You cannot make this up. You can't make it up. Oh my God. She literally asked this question. Look. Now look at the hashtag. This is what you wanted. Multiple children by multiple men. So let's talk about it. I'm going to talk about children in general. Because this is why I say the dangers of your echo chamber. We're going to do this real quick. The dangers of your echo chamber, because you get people to listen in your comment section and tell you everything that you want to hear. They will say what they agree with. That's why it's called an echo chamber. You are echoing what you want to hear. It's just an echo. So if I say having multiple kids by multiple men is good, that's right. Yeah, these men don't know what they're talking about. These men don't know what they're talking about. I'm going to help you because that's part of my job. Single women keep women single. But let me give you statistics. In 2021, there are about 4.27 million Black families in the United States with a single mother. This is an increase from the 1990 levels where there was 3.4 million Black families with a single mother. We are number one in the most single mothers in the country. Chances are, fellas, when you meet a woman today, she's going to have children. And chances are she's going to be a single mother. Never married. Never married. This is going to happen. fellas, this is real. Before I get started, let me start here. Because I know how some of you do. You like to attack. You like to do personal attacks. I don't mind a woman with children. I'm not looking, but if I was, I'm not against a woman having a child. Now, there are some things that's going to happen with this. If your child literally swinging from the chandeliers when I walk in your building, then that's a no. Any children that act like this nutcases children, no. I can't deal with it. If your children are not well behaved, that's a deal breaker off rip. That's number one. Number two, you're not living with me anyway. So you or your children are not coming to my house. Period. You're not moving in with me. And I'm going to tell you why later. You're not moving in. That's number two. Number three, if you come telling me that your child is my first priority, that's a deal breaker. Because it is your first priority, then how you going to have time to dedicate anything to me? It's a deal breaker. Like it or not, ladies, men on a certain level do not want to deal with women with children. That's the consequence. Just like men have a consequence, we shouldn't be having sex with women because if she get pregnant, she can put daddy government on you and it's a wrap. I'll be honest with you, it's a wrap. When she does that, it's pretty much a wrap for you. But the consequences for you is every baby you pop out, it lowers your S&V. And the biggest issue that a lot of you have, you come into the dating market with children by other men thinking you have the same leverage as other women who have no children, and it doesn't work that way. Your S&V, your sexual marketplace value is not as high when you have children that are not mine. So you shouldn't operate in this market like you have all the leverage. You don't. You have been lied to. They lie to you. You know your worth. You should know your worth, but you have a child by a whole nother man, and you can't make me pay a higher price than he paid. And now men are starting saying there's no benefit in dating, marrying you with somebody else's child. Not the types of men that a lot of you want. These hypergamists. Hypergamy is your enemy. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it can be your enemy because if you earn $60,000 a year, a man making $80,000 a year is not going to want to take on your $60,000 that you won't want to keep and your other child. That's the reality. Now, I've said I don't mind it. And I'm probably one of the only professionals that will probably say that. Because most men that has accomplished what I have and going where I'm going and people that I'm around, especially now, they don't want that. That's not what they look for. That's not what they're going to sign up for unless you are an exceptional. Kim Kardashian or somebody look like Lori Harvey or one of them 9s and 8s and 9s and 10s, even though I don't rank them, but let's be honest, they are ranked. Those types of women got more leverage than you. You are average. And under average if you weigh 250 pounds and you're 5'6". So you can't go into this market saying, oh, he gonna deal with me and my children, and you don't even match up to the types of women that he would say, I'll risk it all for in this regard. Because any man taking you on and he marrying you, he is taking a risk here. And you need to understand that. Y'all like to bring up Nick Cannon. And you say, oh, well, Nick Cannon got all these kids and nobody's saying nothing about him. Because Nick Cannon is 42, 41, 42, has 12 children. Keke Wyatt has 11 kids. I think she has 11. She's 41. Nick Cannon will be able to get any woman. If you looked at his baby's mamas, ain't none of them ugly. They all 8s, 9s, and 10s. He can marry an 8, 9, or 10 right now that's younger, that's more fit, that's more anything that he would want from them. Keke Wyatt will never marry a man of that high value at her age with that many kids. That is the reality that you do not want. This is one of the realities you need to understand, ladies. You can't move like Nick Cannon. He still will get a woman of his dreams. You will still get a man that will accept you. That is the danger. Your mom and daddy didn't teach you about these consequences. They let you pop out all these kids, not knowing that that's going to hurt your ability to acquire the types of men that would even take care of you and kids. She's married to her manager and she makes more than him. I already look. She's worth more than him. She will never get a man on Nick Cannon's level. She's 41. No. Only way, and I don't even think men 60 years old would probably be in her range because she got 11 kids. They not interested in her either because they could get somebody that's that age with grown kids and not 11. This is the reality. This is the reality. So now, let me get to it, and I'm closing. I just want to share this because it was crazy. It's crazy. Now, I saw this article, and I'm going to show this to you because we need to make sure hold on, let me make sure. Oh, yeah, we good. We good. Here we go. Check this out. I saw this article, and this is going to bless you. This is going to really, really bless you. Let me know if you guys can see it. Hold on. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see it very well? Okay. Thank you, Dwayne. Now check this out. It says 7 reasons why men, if you can, I'll still read to you. 7 reasons why good men, not the Pookies, Ray Rays, and Scallies that y'all like to lay with, that you've made these babies with, not them. The good men, the men that have degrees or have businesses that actually are worth. The high value men, not just with money. People recognize them. They have a good name. They have a reputation. That's what makes them high value. It's not just your money. It's the people you are connected to, your notoriety. That's what it really means to be high value. Everybody knows you. They can vouch for you. You're around other high value men. That's what that is. I didn't agree with Kevin Samuels until I did the research. And he's spot on with that. Because a drug dealer can have a lot of money, that doesn't make him high value. Anyway, contrary to what you believe, been told, there's really just one reason why good men refuse to date mothers. And here's the thing. Y'all ready? This is the part that's going to bless you. There is little that a man gets out of this arrangement. I've said it time and time again. Men do not benefit from that situation. So the types of men that you would want, the men that making 6 figures that a lot of these women calling Kendra G, they don't qualify for these men because they see no benefit in being with you. You understand that. If you're a single mom, you need to go into the market, understand this. I'm not saying you can't get anybody. I'm going to close, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm just giving you the reasons. Now, let me move on. Here's the reasons why they would date you. He has a low opinion of himself. He think he can't do no better. He has issues. He has mental issues he hasn't worked through. He may not have his finances in order. Most of these men that date single women or single mothers, they have children of their own. Very unlikely will you see a man with no kids that will get with the woman with a lot of kids. Why? Because he may want one of his own one day. How many times have I seen a woman calling the Kendra G show with somebody else's kids and say, oh, well, I don't want no more kids? What? Those types of men gonna want some children of their own. And they not interested in, well, here we go. Here's the second reason. This is the part that's gonna bless you. He's looking for a hump and dump. Let me tell you something that I know for a fact. I know this. I've heard this too many times for it not to be true. When men see women with multiple kids by multiple men, even if they don't see multiple men, if they see you with multiple kids and you've never been married, they don't see you as something serious. They see you as something fun, recreational use only. This is the reality. This is the consequence by you popping out kids by men that are not your husband. They don't see you as anything unbelievable that they just gonna drop everything and risk everything for you. This is the reality. This is the reality. So those of you who think I can get here, no, you cannot. No, you need to understand this fact. They're going to see you as a pump and dump or dump and hump or thump and comp and whatever pause moments you want to throw in there. The third reason, he usually now I've seen this a lot. I've seen this where a man have a crush on a woman and he sits in the wings. These are usually the people you friend zoned. You friend zone these men. And they just wait for the opening. And they wait. Here's the problem, though. And I wish these men would stop doing that. Here's the problem, fellas. Why you are getting her when she's at her lowest. But when she was at her best, she wasn't looking at you. And she, not all of you, but some of you would say, I settled for him. You would still say, after you've been pumped and dumped and had babies by other different dudes, you will say, I settled for him. That's what you would say. That's insane. I would tell these dudes, don't do it. Unless, of course, you really believe that this is the woman for you. If you believe that, then go for it. I don't know if I would subscribe to that, but hey, go for it. Now, let's move forward. Here's the reasons why they don't date. This is the reason why men don't want to date single moms. A lot of them were raised by broken homes. I agree with this. I've heard this so many times. I don't want that because my mom I was raised like this and it's just not a good. I just want my own family. I want my own wife. I want to have my own children. This is said more times than you could ever believe. This is reality right here. The second reason, which is probably would be my major thing. I don't want to be expected to be a parental figure at the start of a relationship. Some of you come in and you say, I'm just looking for a father figure for my son. That is you should not do that. Why? Because that is not appealing to these types of men. It's not appealing to any of us. Because the thing that's drawing us to you, we want to know more about you. We understand you have a child. That'll come later. But we want to know about you. But if you're leading with the fact that I want my son to have a daddy, that may not be in our plans. Not off rip. We want to know if we can get along with you. You see what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of, and then how many of them videos you seen where somebody go out on a date in the mud and you see, it may be cap, but I believe it happens, where you, go out and get something for my son too. That's you expecting me to be a parental figure from jump. That's not his responsibility. And then you get mad when he doesn't do it. And a lot of them, hey, now mind you, I work in childcare, so I can be very forceful, sit down, sit right here. I can be forceful, but if I work in childcare, what would make you think I want to do that all day and then have to come home and deal with a child that's not mine? That's what these men are saying. And here's the thing. He doesn't want to get involved with your drama with your ex. This is a big one that y'all don't think it's real. It's real. We don't want to deal with your crazy exes. Some of y'all got the craziest exes out here, and it takes a special kind of man to deal with your crazy ex showing up unannounced, doing crazy stuff, all because you didn't put something on him and he can't shake loose. Now your new man got to deal with this situation that is unfair to him. A lot of men are saying, no, we don't want to deal with your exes, especially when we got better options. Men who are professional, successful, and they worked hard, they have more options than you. And you have to work hard to even get them to even see you to be better because you are in competition with those women. You're not the prize. Stop getting lied to. You are not the prize. You are in competition for this man with every other woman he can choose. We do the choosing. You don't. We choose you. You don't choose us. Not those types of men that you want. They have too many options for you to think that you choosing them. They have way too many options. No, you have to show us that you deserve to be picked over all the other women that we could have. And some of you do a piss poor job of doing that because you've been told your whole life that it's about me, that I can do this. That it's you're beautiful. Any man will be lucky to have you. Not with 2 kids, we're not. No, we're not. We're not. This is the reality check right here. Check, please. Oh, you getting it. Here's another thing. He doesn't want to be cheated on. I've been cheated on by a woman that wanted to go back to her ex and she didn't even have a baby with him. So I can imagine the tie that you have with your baby's father. I never really, now I could get him being abusive and everything else why you wouldn't want to stay with him. But real quick, I'm going to move. But what if you have a child and you never been married? List the main reason why you and your baby daddy didn't get together outside of cheating. Leave the cheating part out. Outside of the cheating, what's the reason why you and your baby daddy didn't work out? If you want to inbox me, that's fine too. But I'm interested. This is for data. This is for me to better understand. But tell me why you and your baby's daddies didn't work out. Don't say cheating. Eliminate cheating. You can't say cheating. Give me another reason. Now, here's number 5. He has other options. I already said that, than dating you. I already said that. Now, here's the cream de cream. Y'all ready? This is just not me saying it. These are the things that men care about when they're looking for a female partner. Beauty, how attractive she is, largely based on having, you ready for this? Low body fat and age. Do I need to say that again? How many times have I told you guys that? I told you guys this many times. You watch this show. What men want long term. How many times? Look, you see it right here. Age, looks. I've shown this numerous times. Now you're seeing somebody else saying it. It's just not me saying it. This is reality. I want you guys to see the reality. Then secondly, your personality, how you mesh with us. Are you friendly? Are you feminine, cooperative, submissive, inspirational? That's what we look at second. And the third thing that we assess is baggage. Ladies, like it or not, your children to these types of men is considered baggage. It's considered baggage. Along with your other issues, mental illnesses, hurt pasts, all of that, that's baggage, but children is baggage as well to these men. We don't care about your, and here's the thing that you, look, some right here, I'm doing this for you to see. Some women mistakenly believe men care about a woman's education level and their income. But almost no man actually does. That's something you do to convince yourself that you are worth more in this market than you are. But how many times have men told you, we don't desire that? We care about your age, we care about your beauty, we care about your personality, and we care about the baggage that you bring along. How many times do we have to tell you that? Now you see why men don't usually go out and date single moms. But let me add to that though. Let me add to it. The biggest fear, and I asked a few men about this online. Of course, I didn't get a chance to get out this much because I was out this weekend. I was out of town. But I did ask online and inboxed a few of them actually. And I said, what's your biggest fear about dating? And they said, getting attached to the child and getting married and getting divorced. I didn't believe that would be a thing. But then I saw this article. When Eve, this is something going wrong. This man adopted her child that she had with another man. He adopted her. They are being divorced. Eve is suing him for child support for the child that's not even his. You can't make this shift up. The child that's not even his, she's suing for child support. They have 2 children together and one that he adopted. She's suing for child support for all 3. And there's nothing he can do if the judge gives it to her. All 3. I think child support, now, and I'm leaving. I'm done, but let me say this. If you are a woman and you put your son's father on child support initially without even trying to do this thing the right way, but you and him working together and raising this child, assuming that he even wanted to have the child, if you that type of woman, I have no respect for you. Because the child support system is the most unfair, oppressive system in this country. It is unrelenting. It doesn't care. It's the most archaic, but they will never change it. Why? Because the state makes so much money from it. Now, some dudes need to be put on it. But some of you going straight from stirrups, from the hospital bed right to the courthouse. I've seen too many videos where y'all supporting this junk. Yeah, put him on child support. It's the first thing you want to do for a man that told you he didn't want to have a child. And I think it's only fair. If the man tell you he didn't want to have a child, he should not have to take care of this. The only contract in this country that you can be forced to pay without putting your name on anything and be put in jail for it. You could be put in jail for a contract that you did not sign. Well, you should use a condom. Then both of them should be equally held responsible. But it's never that way. Men have to fight tooth and nail just to get joint custody. You imagine that a rich man has to not get joint custody with a woman that lives in the projects. He can't even get his child. He can provide a better life, and they very rarely get a baby to him. Check this out. This is why I said earlier, you can't live with me. In Washington, if the lady lives in your house, you have to pay child support. They can put you on child support for not only your stepchildren, but also support of your living girlfriend's children. So even children that you didn't even claim as your stepchildren, they can put you on child support if she lived in there. The system is crazy. It is crazy. This is why I say that's not true anymore in the state of Indiana. Both parents have equal rights. Here's the thing, Joy. They have equal rights, but not initially. The father still has to petition. He has to petition. He still has to petition. Like if you are giving, they're going to automatically soon give you rights, period. Right? But the father still has to petition only after paternity is even established. That's what I saw just when I did the research. So yes, Indiana is more lenient now as far as giving joint custody, but the man still has to do a little bit more work than you do to even establish that. That much I can tell you. But it's still a system that's designed to be oppressive. It's still an oppressive system. It's still an oppressive system. Indiana's gotten a whole lot better. I get that. But you start traveling out to Illinois and Michigan, and it gets worse and worse and worse. Now, I'm about to leave, but I got to show y'all something. It's going to mess y'all up. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Y'all want to see me do production. Where is that? Here we go. Y'all got to see this. This is another reason why I don't like the child support system. And then we're leaving. This is another reason. Where is it? When I saw this blew my mind. Miss Lynn seen this story. Listen to this. When Shane Sire was 12, he was sexually exploited by a 16-year-old babysitter. She became pregnant with his child in 1989 and was charged with statutory rape shortly after. But instead of being convicted of rape, she was declared a juvenile offender under the non-sexual offense, right? She was subsequently court-ordered. He was court-ordered to pay child support. Now, mind you, at the age of 15, they was trying to make this child pay child support when he was 15 years old. And not only that, they made him pay back child support for when he was 12 years old. This boy was 12 years old, and he made him pay child support for when he was being statutorily raped. This is crazy. Imagine having to pay child support to the person that sexually raped you. Imagine that. You mean to tell me this is a fair system? So when I see stuff like this, he owed $15,000 in back child support. And he was the one that was being taken advantage of. And they got their money because that's what it really is about. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. Forget pharma. Forget all that. This is the craziest thing in the world. So you ask yourself, ladies, if I'm a man and I'm established and I got everything going for me, you tell me, what is the benefit of it? Now, this does not mean you cannot get a man. You most likely will find a very good man. Some of you have. You found the man that loves you and honors you. You found that man. And that's wonderful. I'm not saying you can't. What I am saying is your leverage in this game. Some of you come in and you think, oh, I can get this man 6 figures, this, that, and the other, and you carrying some other man's child. I'm here to tell you that's not in the cards for you. The kind of man that will be there for you and honor you and respect you and love you, those will be your everyday blue-collar workers, your men that's just out here making a living and everything else. And you could build a nice life with those men if you desire that kind of man. If you're the kind of woman that say, I want a man to drive this car and have this and have that, you are going to most likely, let me find it for you. You're going to die alone with your dog. The Johnson lady, when she posted this thing, when she posted it, I said, this is crazy, because she just didn't understand that. Well, was it this? The comment section in this post, in this video that she was asking, was mind-boggling. I'm going to continue to have these types of discussions with you because it's a shame that some of you don't know what men think. You don't know what we think. You don't know. And you act like you want to hear this, but sometimes you don't really. Because you always go back to your little echo chambers where they tell you what you want to hear. And meanwhile, your results is showing you that you not getting the results that you want. Because you're not listening to men talk. And all the male advocate platforms from the Kevin Samuels, y'all laughed and cheered like it was 1999 when the man passed a year ago. But here we are a year later, and you are still in the same place that you were when he was here. Because you refuse to listen to men who have the guts to even tell you about yourself. I only want the best for all of us. I want my fellas to get good women. I want my lady friends to get good men. But somewhere along the line, we've heard you. Are you ready to even listen to us? Truth be told, you want to hear it easy for you to comprehend versus what you want to hear from us. Wait, being told what you want to hear is easier I understand that. And that, you know what, Russell, that's absolutely true. But I've learned that if you want to get better results, sometimes the things that's uneasy, that makes you, it's that tough love, that's actually what makes you grow. It helped me grow as a musician. It helped me grow as a man. It helped me even look at some of the stupid shit I did coming up. It helped me to address that. And even though there are still consequences, I'm still a better person now than I was even then. If I just listened to my echo chamber, I wouldn't even thought to go back to school. I wouldn't have thought to finish what I started. I wouldn't have thought to even try to do any of these things that I did. I wouldn't even been a bass player. I would have gave up on it and probably still been tossing shoes at Value City. So sometimes you do need these kinds of talks. And honestly, these are the talks that I want because they help you grow. And I'm going to leave you with this. When I wake up in the morning, I'm going to get my weights. And I'm going to lift them joints, do my exercises. probably around the afternoon, especially at my age, I'm gonna feel soreness. I'm gonna feel soreness like crazy, right? If I keep doing that, it's still gonna tone up and get bigger or whatever. The way muscle is built is you are really literally tearing down flesh and everything. And that scar tissue hardens, becomes muscle. That's all it really is. So without all of that pain that I had to endure to build muscle, I wouldn't have these muscles. I wouldn't have the strength. I wouldn't have this endurance. The same goes for anything else in life, including this. The same thing. The day mark is no different. Our encouragement is not good encouragement. It depends on the place it's coming from. If that person genuinely means you well, their encouragement, everything they say encouragement could be used for your benefit. If not for yours, it could be shared and help somebody else. You just need to make sure the people in your circle are giving you genuine encouragement you could use or you could share with somebody else that they can use. So, yeah. But thank you for that, Russell. I don't disagree with you. I just think that it's contextual here. There's some context there. So, hope you guys enjoyed this show. I enjoyed doing this. Whew. But if for nothing else, don't come on my page with that bullshit. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hopefully she sees this. She gonna go live. I would tell you not to because I was actually kind of light on you. I did not go to the roast room. I did not go here. Because if I ever come here, then you know it's a problem. I didn't come here. I actually stayed on my regular background page because here things get really bad. Spiffy's met this room before. A couple of other people have been here before. That bullshit, yeah, I know. It is. But listen, now that I did this, the sex part is coming next week. It's literally on that last page. Go take your rest, my brother. I am going, no. No, I still got work to do. It's literally, the session is right here for me to finish. I still got a song to play. I'm going to knock this song out, and I'm going to be done for the night. It's 10:57. I wonder if I can get up in the morning and do it. I don't know. Let me go back to it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Next week, we go back at our regular scheduled time. Let's talk about the sex thing, man. I know some of y'all put your kids to bed next week. I just wanted to get up on Sister Johnson and help her. And on her page, she always talking about which is another red flag. It's the hugest red flag I ever see. And when the woman is always saying something about God, oh yeah, I got a lift. I forgot about that. Yeah. But I think I'm gonna do that in the morning. But anyway, when a woman or anybody else is always talking about God this and God that and spiritual stuff 24/7, I'm like, I don't know. It make me look weird. It's kind of weird. I don't even like that word weird, but it's just kind of awkward. Every time you saying something is about some spiritual stuff like that, that make me think you got some issues going on mentally. And the fact that you said you want to just have a conversation on her, the proper thing to do, if you want to have a conversation with me, you inbox me and let's talk in my inbox. If you really want to have a conversation with Kendra G, the proper thing to do is to inbox her and say, hey, I admire your show or whatever, and hopefully she hits you back. You're not worth anything, so she's not going to hit you back. You ain't worth nothing. Get your weight up. If you get your weight up, you build your show or whatever you doing over there. If you build that up and you get you quite a few followers, and then, yeah, now my show doesn't have that many. You know, I just do this for fun. But like if I pull out my bass and I start playing, I can get way more views. I can get way more people involved, and I'm respected by other musicians. So if I walk up to another musician, it's amazing to me. They be like, man, I'm a big fan of your work, man. I admire what you're doing. That's how you do it. They will admire what you did, and they will give you a door. The Bible says your gift will make room for you and bring you before good, whatever, powerful or great men, right? Well, in this case, great women. Your gift is something it's something of value. That's what it really means. It's really, say your bride, but we ain't finna have that lesson here. But yeah, it's saying your gift. You have a gift. You have something that they can get value from. So they will give you that door. They will give you an ear. They will give you an audience. You have nothing. So why would Kendra G waste her time with you? Get your weight up, then go talk to her. Amen lights. Next week, we talk about this stuff, and we're going to have some more fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you for joining me. You could be anywhere, but you decided to be with me. And right now, I'm about to go finish this thing. I'm going to drink some juices and have some fun and get ready for work tomorrow. But I do love you guys. I do love you with all of my heart, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it, all right? Take care till next week. Goodbye.